release papers, that definitely mean Larry Hoover got to get his. That definitely mean Angel Bay got to get his. That definitely mean H. Rap Brown got to get his. Mumia got to get his. Asada got to be able to come home now, because if Malachi got his release papers, that mean they know that we are no longer under the de facto system. And he clearly told the young lady in the video, and it's since been removed because y'all don't pay attention to shit. Right? So since it's been removed, I'm going to refer all of y'all to the brother Young Elder in the Nuwabians, because he's going to be dropping the next message from Baba. Right? He's the only one right now besides the matriarch, and she ain't talking because y'all wasn't paying attention to Baba. So Young Elder gonna tell y'all why y'all have to wait on Baba. Because y'all didn't do y'all job. He told the Nuwabians, and this is verifiable by any Nuwabian who studied, Mandela remained in the penitentiary for 29 years because the people of South Africa allowed him to remain in prison for 25 years. Well, what were they to do? That was the question that I wanted to know. What's the responsibility of the people to the leadership? Because we all know what the leadership responsibility is to the people. Right? So we want to know what the people responsibility is to the leadership. Right? So if y'all not paying attention, y'all just following blindly, which means that y'all blind followers and y'all not really studying. You claim to be a God, but you refuse to use a God's mind or a God-like perception. If you don't think you God, stop saying that shit. If you think you God, start doing something that would be worthy to be called an act of God. Only act of God I see is to balance out nature, restore the matriarchy, and kick the imposters off the land. Well, the corporation closed. The clans is united at the top. We just waiting on the buffoons at the bottom to stop the bickering between the religious controversies of some shit that don't got nothing to do with us. No matter what brand of Islam, Christianity, or Judaism, we not from the Middle East. We ain't from over there. We from right here where we at. And all of those was a division used to keep us apart. Right? Now, these sisters about to start getting a massive download. And the brothers that's not paying attention is going to be the victims of the ignorance on display being crushed. Right? And a lot of the children finna put you adults right in your place. Don't you try to abuse the child for correcting your ass for being an idiot. Because even a baby can see through this bullshit. Right? So, I don't want to make this too long. I want y'all to hear the A-tone. I want y'all to go back over what the minister said and then listen to it again and ask you, who brought you the sound? I've been had that motherfucking shit for 20 years. For 20 years. Waiting on y'all to do. Stop bickering. Somebody take charge. Hold a fucking post somewhere. Stand up for these children and these sisters somewhere. And all you motherfuckers keep doing is chasing a goddamn bag that ain't about to produce nothing in the end. Because all of y'all chasing after the money gonna end up being slaves to a system. Like y'all are. So while I sat around and waited on y'all to prepare and get ready, I could have been done that shit. I could have been brought this shit down on top of these motherfuckers' heads But I'm trying to see who's paying attention. So you got these motherfuckers out there claiming to be woke, infiltrating us at the highest levels, and then misleading our children on purpose. Pretending to be us, right? So that they can get in close enough to mislead our children. Oh, diet, woke ass, watered down, pusillanimous, bitch made niggas. They ain't us, and we ain't them. And as Malachi wrote, we see you too, you black devil. You goddamn right. See, y'all thought that only y'all knew what y'all was doing, but we've been watching you the whole time. What you gonna think we ain't gonna never figure this shit out? We ain't gonna never put the pieces together to the infiltration, the backbiting, the undermining, the knee chopping, the dirty dealing, the murder game, the blood rituals, the blood rites, the pedophilia, right? You thought we wasn't seeing that shit? But somebody got to say something, right? Somebody got to say something other than me, because I done gave all of the answers to all of the tests. And everybody said I was crazy, right? The niggas told me I was stupid because I didn't have no alphabet behind my name. Therefore, I could not have the intellect as a gang-banging ass South side of Chicago, Motown hanging, running with them pea stones, knocking and bumping across the land, and they thought I was dumb. I keep telling y'all, these country boys not dumb. We just talk funny sometimes. I can use the perfect diction. I'd rather hit your ass with the dictionary. Fuck they words, because they be using the word games as if you don't know the meaning of the word, which most of y'all won't look the words up when y'all don't know what they mean. Right? So, you're not watching the long game. You're taking sides in some shit that was 2,000 years before you, that didn't have nothing to do with you, clean around the other side of the planet, and it never crossed your mind that you might be from here. That shit from over there might not have nothing to do with you. And that by taking sides with that shit, you arguing Muhammad and Abraham and Jesus, we over here hollering, hey, who the fuck is them? We motherfucking Chippewa, Cherokee, Choctaw. We motherfucking Iroquois, Washita. All of that shit. We ain't no motherfucking Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob ass motherfuckers. That's why y'all in slavery to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob ass motherfuckers. Y'all in slavery to them for the very fact that y'all are subscribing and taking sides with they gods and devil conflict, which is a internal fight among themselves about which one of them is going to get the birthright of Abraham. I don't give a fuck about which one of them niggas get the birthright to Abraham. They can get the fuck off this land with that bullshit. Right? That's right. Seminoles. Everybody sent somebody to fight in the Seminole Wars. Everybody from the Polynesians, the Samoans, even Australia sent somebody to fight in the Seminole Wars because they knew sooner or later anybody who don't do what they already know is right gonna have to answer for that shit. So everybody sent somebody to fight for what's right. And these motherfuckers gave y'all a Bible and a church and nailed the cross to your ass. Right? Because you wasn't paying attention. They kept constantly telling you that before them people came, we didn't have no Bible. The first thing that the colonists did was gave y'all a Bible. Why did he do that? The first thing he did was gave you a Bible, and then he sent his soldiers behind the Bible. That's systemic. That means it's done systematically, in an order, with a purpose and an agenda. But you taking sides with an enemy that swore that you was their enemy, but they making you fight on their behalf to uphold their system. that's designed at its root to oppress us. Right? And what Ice Cube say, us. We'll always sing the blues because all we care about is hairstyles and tennis shoes. This is bigger than hairstyles and tennis shoes. This is more important than Gucci and Prada. This is a bigger issue than Chase Manhattan and motherfucking Halliburton. This is a bigger issue than all that shit. Right? It's more valuable than the gold and the diamonds and the oil. But you're so busy holding your enemy on, you fighting your enemy to continuously hover over you. You forcing them to now. He trying to run and get the fuck away from the onslaught, and you trying to make the enemy keep being your master. But then you say that people like me crazy. They say Kalai is racist because he know who the fuck he is. Hey, Kalai, y'all make sure he get this message. Tell him this is what I'm going to tell him. Farrakhan once said, if I play the violin very well, I am a violinist. If I play the piano very well, I am a pianist. Right? If I get heavy into science, I become a scientist. So when you know that the race game is a divide and conquer bait game, you are now a racist. You can now hear the sound of the ignorance that they spewing out, calling the indigenous people of the land who've been violated, lied to, deceived, told they was somebody they wasn't. Right? Now they want us to say, okay, Kalai is a racist because he know who the fuck he is. Because he keep telling you motherfuckers he ain't black. Because he understand that our people didn't use crayon colors to divide people. We use whether you right or whether you fucking wrong to determine what kind of person we was dealing with. Right? So you can't tell me in good faith from the position of right and standing on truth that man a racist. He just know who the fuck he is. I keep telling y'all, this is the wrong time to fuck with the elect, the chosen ones who's trying to do the work to reach our people. And y'all steady coming at them. Right? Sometimes we get a little lost. We allowed to make mistakes. Ain't no motherfucker perfect. If you perfect, you be the first motherfucker step up and fix this shit with your perfect ass. Step on up and fix it. Since you perfect. Right? Now, you won't accept Larry or Angel Bay as being the leaders of the land because y'all said they gang banging drug dealers. But y'all accept Ronald Reagan, Oliver North, George Herbert Walker Bush, Dick Cheney, Bill Clinton, one of the biggest drug dealers right up under the Bushes. Motherfucking Bush Jr., Jeb. These motherfuckers was bigger drug dealers than Larry or Jeff could have ever been. They were bigger terrorists than Larry or Jeff could have ever been. But the mistakes they made when they was 19, 20 years old is the mistakes that they continuously paying for. And our people, right, sitting back, twiddling their thumbs, and all they want to do is gossip. Gossip, gossip, like some little runny mouth bitches with no information in their brain. Because that's the lowest form of information transfer is gossip. Right? If you want a perfect leader, show me a perfect motherfucker And then we can put that motherfucker in the front. Since you want a perfect leader. I'm not talking about a perfect leader. I'm talking about a rightful leader of a righteous people. A double right there. Right? So, you can keep taking sides with the artificial legal fiction. You're going to be a slave in the end. You're going to be a recycled slave in the end. Yeah. Not only was the Clintons major drug traffickers, them motherfuckers had one of the coldest hit squads in the motherfucking business. That's why all the motherfuckers that posed their ass came up dead by suicide, and nobody questioned that shit. Right? And then I come and tell y'all who the real leaders is, the righteous, that want to walk righteously on the land for a righteous cause, and you motherfuckers just sit there and twiddle your thumbs, and you don't even know how to share the information because y'all scared to talk to a coward-ass motherfucker that's not going to do shit but berate you and call you ignorant while they do none of the research, while they sit here and go along to get along in a slave system as a slave, kissing a slave master's ass, trying to convince you to do the same, to go along to get along, because they don't want you upsetting their level of comfort in a comfortable slave system. Fuck the comfort levels. Fuck the temperature gauge. Fuck the motherfucking elevator in this bitch. Tear all this shit down. And just start from the position of right. Raise the matriarchs back to the position of right on the land, and then all of this shit fades away into oblivion. Right? You ain't got to worry. You can ride with me now. Motherfuckers quick to say how they die for me now. But we going to put this shit on the floor so y'all understand. This is serious business. Right? And they said that I wasn't capable of figuring out the problem, bringing y'all the solution, and telling y'all who the real leaders is. And definitely, I wouldn't be capable of finding some shit called an A-tone. Ain't none of us supposed to be that perceptive in the game. But I done produced the A-tone. Farrakhan told you what that shit mean. We beyond critical mass now. Right? So now, if you ain't scared, if you scared, go to church, because that's where you need to be. Because that's what that's for. The church is for the herd of cowards. Right? When they start getting scared and their knees shaking, tell them to go to church and ask Jesus. While Jesus telling you to do for self, you trying to get Jesus to do it for you. That don't even make sense to me. Right? That don't even make sense to me. How in the hell the helping hand you looking for at the end of your own arm, says Malachi Z. York. How in the hell Jesus tell you all the stuff I'm doing, you supposed to be doing it? Everything that I see I can do, you can do even more than that. But you asking Jesus to do the shit for you. Because you don't want to do your own work. Entitlement is cancer to your success. Entitlement is cancer to your success. As long as you feel like somebody owe you something, you don't deserve anything. Everything not about $1. Some of this shit is about right and wrong. Just simply doing what's right. Following the path that's been laid out for you by your elders. Because I'm conjured the fuck up. I can't speak for nobody else. I ain't no regular motherfucker. I'm conjured the fuck up when you see me. They done conjured me up to fix a very fucked up problem. They said that us in the hood on this motherfucking concrete jungle, it was an endangered species. We'll never figure out how to do for self. We'll never figure out how to reclaim our birthright because we don't even know who the fuck we is because we think we Negroes, African Americans, blacks, and colored folks. Nigga, I'm woo up in this bitch. That's what the fuck I am. Right? So, because we didn't have no problem with the people from over there in Africa, they tried to say them was us. But we ain't paying attention. We would have knew that they came over here before they invaded Africa. They couldn't invade Africa until they neutralized us because we would have helped them, right? But they had to make sure we couldn't go help them because we was too busy being stuck in a warlock. We locked in war. We can't go nowhere. We can't go help nobody.